Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's and Mariana's Coffee.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sakurako Halstead.
And I'm Dan Shore. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories.
Global attention on Greenland may resemble some stories close to home.
Also tonight, a visa waiver program shines a spotlight on the Northern Mariana Islands.
And the United States Air Force show and tell their wings.
In arts, a Japanese artist depicts what life was like during the sugarcane industry.
Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Say howdy to the new Buffalo Ranch sauce with its tangy creaminess and its creamy tanginess. It's your chicken's perfect partner, only at McDonald's.
Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is soaring high at the Hilton, Guam. Guam Adventures invites you to take flight on our zipline adventure, a breathtaking ride where the ocean sparkles below and the island breeze rushes past your face. Glide over tropical gardens, feel the thrill of the drop, and capture that perfect view. This is one experience you'll never forget. Show your CNMI driver's license and we will even throw in snorkeling at one of the best spots on Guam. Because adventure shouldn't just lift your spirits, it should lift you right off the ground. Book now and take your trip or layover to new heights. We can even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
I love Mariana's Coffee. Come join me for a cup. I think you would be really happy.
Half a day, Tirawami, and good evening, Commonwealth.
You're watching the Channel 2 News on January 23 from our studio on Capitol Hill.
Greenland is making international headlines as global powers, especially the United States, show renewed interest in the Arctic island's strategic location and resources. But far from the political debates, everyday life continues, including for Filipino workers who now call Greenland home. Their stories may sound familiar to many in the Northern Mariana Islands. Our Chris Nelson reports.
Greenland, an island of ice, mountains, and fewer than 60,000 people, is now drawing global attention as the U.S. and other world powers focus on the Arctic's growing strategic value. From Washington, the conversation is about shipping routes, minerals, and military positioning. But here in the capital of Nuuk, for many, it's simply home, work, and some worry.
Why is it like this? And it was odd, very odd, to have that attention and so much attention from the U.S., especially U.S. So people was, is this a dream or nightmare?
This past year, Greenland opened a new international airport and says it wants to welcome Americans not as occupiers, but as tourists.
And we try to stay out of politics and don't debate and don't. Of course, we have our own political agendas and stands, but we try not to talk with the customers about it, don't have an opinion. It's up to them.
The country has a wealth of natural resources, glaciers, fjords, wildlife, and fish, but not many human resources. That, too, is starting to change. These days, behind the front desks, inside kitchens and cleaning rooms, across Greenland's growing tourism industry are workers from the Philippines, thousands of miles from home. For them, Greenland feels both distant and familiar. Much like Filipino guest workers in the Northern Mariana Islands, many say they came seeking stability, higher wages, and a better future for their families. But there are differences. How many Filipinos work here in Nuuk?
We're not sure, but this year the population are double the
Filipino population has doubled.
Yeah.
What's it like for overseas workers here? What's it like conditions-wise? What's your experience been like?
It's nice here because unlike in Philippines, even if you're 4 years graduate, you can just have the salary is really good here.
Here in the Marianas, Filipino workers have long been part of the hospitality backbone in hotels, restaurants, and resorts, often under different labor rules and immigration systems. What's the hardest part about living here as an overseas worker?
Definitely the distance. So you
Yeah,
have
the
to travel.
distance.
Especially in the Philippines, we have to ride on a plane 3 times.
3 times. Yeah.
So it was hard. And also the
and
weather.
also the adjusting the culture.
Greenland is now at the center of international debate. President Donald Trump again has said the U.S. needs Greenland.
They have a choice. You can say yes, and we will be very appreciative, or you can say no, and we will remember.
The White House says all options remain on the table as global competition in the Arctic grows. The attention is tied to Greenland's strategic location, expanding shipping routes, rare earth minerals, and security concerns as the polar region continues to change. But for workers here, politics often feels distant. How long do you guys plan to stay here?
It depends.
Yeah.
We're not really sure yet. We're just living the moment.
Yeah.
As Greenland's role in the world grows, its communities, like those in the Northern Mariana Islands, are navigating life inside places others see as strategic. For the workers who keep hotels running and restaurants open, the goal is simple: to build a future, no matter how far from home. Reporting from Nuuk, Greenland, Chris Nelson for the Channel 2 News.
Christmas in the Marianas wasn't enjoyed by too many visitors this past December, as the Hotel Association reports an occupancy of just 29% for the month. It's been 6 Christmases since the bustling days of tourism in the Marianas. Tourism has still not recovered since the pandemic of 2020, and that means most hotel rooms are empty or closed, and fewer airlines and flights are landing at Saipan International. In December 2025, the 11-member Hotel Association of the Northern Mariana Islands reported a 28.69% average occupancy rate. That number is down almost 30% from December 2024. Just 18,000 of roughly 64,000 available room nights were sold in December 2025. Also now missing from the tourism landscape these days are big-name brands like T Galleria, Hyatt Regency, Asiana Airlines, Hard Rock Cafe, Bubba Gumps, Tony Roma's, and Capricciosa. Major banks like First Hawaiian and Bank of Hawaii have gone from 2 locations to 1. Retailer ARC closed its doors in December, and ABC Stores also closed its location on the Paseo de Marianas. In March, Grand Rio will shut its doors for renovations. While Saipan sits mostly empty, there are some signs of life. Road and infrastructure projects are nearing completion, and MVA has launched a new global branding initiative, Far From Ordinary, in an attempt to share the beauty and potential of the Mariana Islands. Lau Bay and Coral Ocean Gulf remain major attractions, and Kingfisher has extended operational times and days for the winter season. Hanmi Chairman Dennis So also says winter charter flights from Korea are coming in with strong load factors and will help push up arrivals for January and February. Those flights include some financial assistance from both Micronesia Resort Incorporated and the Marianas Visitors Authority. Tourism officials are hoping that the cold weather in Korea, Japan, and China help push arrival numbers up, as this period is traditionally peak season.
On January the 15th, 2 separate letters were sent to the President of the United States, both urging action regarding the CNMI Chinese Visa Waiver Program, but not of or on the same page. In Washington, D.C., amidst a multilateral attack on illegal immigration into the United States, 3 U.S. Senators, Rick Scott of Florida, Jim Banks of Indiana, and Marwayne Mullen of Oklahoma, have written a letter to Secretaries Kristi Noem of Homeland Security and Doug Burgum of the Department of the Interior in an attempt to cancel a local visitor program. Citing the Guam CNMI EVS TAP Visa Waiver Program created in 2009, which allows Chinese visa-free tourism access to the CNMI, the senators claim that birth tourism, quote, has created a drain on CNMI economic resources, not economic gain, all the while putting our national security at risk, unquote. Now, in stark contrast to this letter, on the same day, January the 15th, a joint statement by the mayors of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands requests, quote, "Dear Mr. President, we, the mayors of the municipalities of the CNMI, write with urgency to seek your immediate direction and support in averting an economic collapse that threatens both our community's viability and America's strategic presence in the Indo-Pacific." Quote, "The loss of air access has been a central driver of this decline," unquote. The letter states that federal action is required to reinstate Annex 6 of the U.S.-China Air Transport Agreement and to expand the Guam CNMI Visa Waiver Program to the Philippines. The senators claim that the Chinese Waiver Program, which fosters a birthright tourism industry that numbers, according to them, 3,300 children born into U.S. citizenship on Saipan over a 17-year span, they claim this is a threat to national security. The mayors claim that the real threat to national security is the imminent collapse of the CNMI economy. Welcome to 2026.
Coming up, who's on Saipan and what are they up to?
And a close encounter inside military aircrafts at Saipan International.
This year, Docomo Pacific didn't slow down, we stepped up. We increased internet download speeds twice and upload speeds once for every customer automatically at no extra cost. We opened a new call center in Saipan, creating over 30 local jobs because we believe in the CNMI and the strength of our people. We launched digital cable TV in Tinian, bringing affordable entertainment built for the community. We completed major network investments, including a new monopole in Rhoda and one in Saipan at Capitol Hill, delivering stronger, faster, and more reliable connections. We harden our network to stay connected during storms and power outages. This is Tomorrow's Islands Today. Docomo Pacific. Faster connections, more value, built for the CNMI.
Looking for resources about Mariana's history, culture, and more? Well, check out the Northern Marianas Humanities Council's collection. Our extensive video, audio, and photographic library can be found on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at 670 Humanities. Or check out the written resources on our website at nmhcouncil.org. And for those who prefer a good book, we also have a selection of local publications for purchase. So, dive in, explore, and share your comments as we navigate the human experience together.
You push hard, you move fast, and you want real healthy food that moves with you. At the Gold's Gym Shake Cafe, your fuel is ready when you are. Packed with protein, vitamins, and real fruit, these smoothies keep you strong, satisfied, and unstoppable. Perfect for a quick on-the-go lunch, dinner, or snack. No membership required. Power your day your way at the Shake Cafe inside Gold's Gym Saipan. Just a short flight from Saipan, adventure is calling on Guam. Guam Adventures at Leo Palace has the perfect mix of thrills and sightseeing this holiday season. Check out the off-road adventure where the trails splash, spin, and roar. And for NMI residents, after your ride, cool off with a free water park pass at Leo Palace Resort and enjoy 20% off lunch because adventure works up an appetite. So whether it's a weekend escape or a layover to remember, make it count with Guam Adventures. Book now and turn your trip into a thrill. And yes, we'll even pick you up. Book now at guamadventures.com.
Welcome back. You're watching the Friday night edition of the Channel 2 News.
Close encounters of the first kind. U.S. Air Force aircraft encountered up close on Tuesday morning at Saipan International. At Air Force Community Day, Tuesday at Saipan International, the CNMI community was offered the opportunity for a close encounter of the first kind with 3 United States Air Force airships. Captain Carter Sweat is the pilot of a C-130 military aircraft.
We ended up becoming guests for the C-17 run exercise out here. So they asked for our participation, and we've been out here executing with them, and they offered to have us come out and participate in the static day today. So we were happy to be out here to support the community.
At the far end of Saipan International, the C-17 Globemaster sits parked and awaiting local inspection. The rear loading ramp is opened, offering local visitors the opportunity to inspect the inner workings of the cargo bay. Ed Camacho, Military Affairs Advisor, has a close encounter of the photo op kind. The cockpit is opened, giving visitors a first-hand experience of flight command. There are quite a few more dashboard controls than on the typical Toyota. Ignacio de la Cruz.
So we are here for the U.S. Air Force Community Day. So this is a great event for the Air Force to display their planes. You know, it's one thing to sit inside the aircraft while it's up in the air, but it's another thing to fly. I can't even drive my car. What more? Fly and park this thing. How would you even parallel park this?
My name is Ismail Hussein, and I'm one of the participants here, checking out these planes that the U.S. military is showing over here.
Ismail, is this your first time coming to this kind of event?
Yeah, this is my first time coming to these events over here, and it's really nice seeing all the planes on display, because we usually see them fly in and around and stuff, but we never get the chance to really see how they look from a closer perspective.
Captain Sweat, along with his fellow airmen, is stationed in Texas. They are here participating in military flight exercises across the Pacific.
We like to take opportunities to exercise out in the Pacific. It's obviously a far way away from us, so any opportunity that comes up, we like to take advantage of it, just because it's a lot different than what we're usually used to back home, CONUS, stateside. So it allows us to get a different kind of flying experience around here with the islands and kind of limited resources that we're used to. So it's definitely something we like to do, come out to participate out here.
Future U.S. Air Force Community Days on Saipan will coincide with military training schedules.
Happy to be here and hope everyone enjoys getting an opportunity to come check out what we have.
What brings people to Saipan? We find out as soon as they get past baggage claim and the customs counter. At Saipan International Airport, a big welcome sign greets visitors and homecomers alike. The first step past the double doors and the change in humidity is sure to fog up your lenses. A warm embrace into the Marianas wherever you may come from. Rosia Roberts flew in from Maryland.
I have some meetings to attend today, so sadly it's just one day, but it's beautiful, enjoying this warmer weather.
It's her first time in Saipan, and since it's such a short visit, perhaps she can sneak in a little bit of downtime?
Hopefully, yes. After my meetings, hopefully I get to see the beach and enjoy the beautiful weather and people.
She's been to Guam twice and says this is what she enjoys about the islands.
I think the people and the food and, of course, the weather.
Tim Watkins is in for business from Washington, D.C.
I'm with the Mine Safety and Health Administration, so we're here visiting some of the mines in the area.
He also hasn't been here before.
It's the first time here, not really knowing what to expect, so we'll see what Saipan has to offer.
Strictly business, says Mr. Watkins.
Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Not really. Gonna get my taxi and head out.
Returning resident Chelsea is back from her visit to Guam.
It was great. We did a lot of shopping there. That's what I was most excited for, and visiting family too.
Her favorite place to go for a shopping excursion in Guam is
Ross.
Ross, okay. The GPO one or at the
Actually, all of them are good, but mostly the GPO one.
She says the contrast in islands is retail versus nature.
I think main difference between like Guam, I noticed more shops, and then here, I'm not really sure, but I noticed a lot of more sightseeing to do here. I barely went sightseeing at Guam. Yeah.
Okay. So Saipan, you think, has more like kind of scenic
yeah,
spots?
like a lot of World War II here.
Whether you're happy to escape the cold, ready to get business done, or a shopaholic back from a haul, welcome to Saipan.
Coming up in arts, a sweet look down memory lane and a reminder that we can find what we need right where we are.
Every journey begins with one step and the right coach. At Gold's Gym Saipan, our certified personal trainers build programs that move with you, your goals, your pace, your power. Stronger, healthier, more confident, together. Your best starts right here at Gold's Gym Saipan. Visit us in Garapan or call 670-233-4000. Gold's Gym Saipan, stronger with every rep. This year, it's not about resolutions, it's about results. Gold's Gym is launching the 2026 Transformation Challenge, a 12-week total transformation. Professional guidance, real accountability, measurable results. Exclusive group training, member-only perks, and a community pushing you forward. And it leads to big rewards, $1,000 cash and a free year at Gold's Gym. Registration open now, and the challenge starts January 19th. Gold's Gym 2026, the Transformation Challenge. Put in the work, own the change. Gold's Gym, Garapan.
From sunrise to sunset, Saipan is full of adventure. On the water, in the water, and on the land. But wherever you are during the day, when the sun begins to set, there's only one place to be. Godfather's Beach Bar at Micro Beach. The place where locals and visitors come to play, make friends, and make memories. Turn the perfect Saipan day into the perfect Saipan night at Godfather's Beach Bar and bring your best lines.
I'm going to make you an offer that you can't refuse.
What?
Come join the family at Godfather's Beach Bar, where sunsets, laughs, and legendary nights all come together.
Welcome to Marianas Beach Resort, and now welcome to Marianas Coffee. Indulge in the rich, smooth taste of classic coffee, or treat yourself to one of our signature creations with the best coffee roasted right here in Saipan. Craving something fun? Try our cracking marshmallow milkshake, or one of our refreshing milk teas. Stay cool with locally grown lemongrass lemonade, the perfect tropical twist. Pair your drink with our delicious cakes, desserts, sandwiches, and salads freshly made just for you. And with super fast Wi-Fi, it's the perfect place to work or unwind. Marianas Coffee at Marianas Beach Resort, where great coffee meets great style.
At Marianas Beach Resort, Come to the edge of the ocean and experience the best sunsets on Saipan at Skipper's Beach Bar. Open daily from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m., Skipper's is the perfect place to unwind with great friends, great weather, and stunning ocean views. And every hour is happy hour with $3.99 craft draft beer, local food specials, and live music. Bring a friend or make some new ones. Skipper's is where memories are made. Skipper's Beach Bar, the best sunsets, the best fun. Come join us tonight. See you at the beach.
When I think of you sometime, want to spend some time with you, just the two of us.
Buenas sports fans.
Buenas sports fans! The mayor's office is hosting a 3-on-3 youth basketball tournament at the Tonopah Youth Center basketball court tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. 10 youth teams from across the island will dribble and pass and shoot and repeat until one team rains enough hoops to claim victory.
It starts at 9. What time does it finish?
Island time.
And CNMI in the arts. The NMI Museum of History and Culture closes an historic art exhibit today. It left quite an impression. The 19th century French art movement of Impressionism attempted to capture fleeting moments of life rather than realistic replicas of an event. The works of such artists as Monet, Degas, Renoir, Van Gogh were successful in reflecting the truth of life via oil on canvas, to translate a feeling, to stop time, and leave a lasting impression of an everyday event. This month, the Sugar King Foundation, led by grandson Saeki Keiichiro, celebrated Sugar King Haruji Matsui's 150th birthday by bringing the impressionistic oil paintings of Itakura Eiji back to Saipan. The NMI Museum of History and Culture curated the event, which closed today, in case you missed it. Museum Executive Director Lenny Leon.
The paintings were painted by a gentleman named Itakura. This gentleman was a 92-year-old gentleman that lived in Tinian during the sugarcane industry, right? So he came over along with Matsue's grandson, and so he just took some of the inspiration that he had from photos, as you see in the bottom here, to kind of depict what life was like during the Japanese occupation or during the sugarcane industry.
The sugarcane industry flourished in the CNMI after the Japanese gained control in 1914 until the start of World War II in 1944.
It was really the expansion of the Japan empire, or Japan's global reach, in terms of economy, because if I remember correctly, in terms of history, Japan was really low on several things at the time in the early 1900s. And one of the main things was oil. The world had shifted from whale fats as oil source to coconut as oil source. And that's why the Germans came over to the Marianas and throughout the Micronesia and parts of Melanesia was mainly because of copra, the coconut oil, right? It was the new source of oil before the fossil fuel was discovered, right? So that was part of the Japanese expansion into Micronesia, and that really was one of the primary reasons why they came over, was for that.
And transferred to sugar.
And then Haruji Matsue saw the potential for Saipan to be the hub for sugar canes. There were several other hubs. In fact, there was a competition with Taiwan at that time for sugar supplies. And it was so successful that for the South Seas, as is referred to the Micronesian occupation under Japan, Saipan provided 60% of revenues from sugarcane.
Saipan sugarcane railroad line was the path of the 80-kilometer run on Saipan last weekend.
The exhibit really is to remind us of, during these tough times that Saipan has potential to really grow, be very self-sustaining economically.
After the exhibits close, some of the Japanese remnants will remain on Saipan and available for viewing at the Joten Kizu Public Library.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
Here's the weather. Tonight will be mostly cloudy with a 30% chance of isolated showers, mild southeast breezes, and low temperatures of around 80 degrees. The weekend is forecast for some wetness. CNMI, there is a 50% chance of rain showers throughout the weekend with scattered thunderstorms and wind gusts up to 25 miles per hour. Temperatures will range from 86 degrees in the days, cooling to 78 degrees in the evening hours. The sun has set at 6:11 p.m. and will rise again tomorrow morning at 6:47 a.m. The trees and the flowers will open their pores to absorb the dampness in the early air. The clouds will be puffing their chests full of morning bluster, and the snores from your neighbor will wake the rooster, who will wake the cat, who will wake the dog, who will woo to dad, who will go back to sleep because it's the weekend. And I will see you in the water or on the land.
Well, that's news, arts, and weather. Thank you for joining us, CNMI.
Have a great weekend. We will see you again on Monday.